Welcome to the Cambuur Stadion for the first game of the season and the start of my first season with the club. Let's see what we can do, and this is a team we're going to try today with. So we've got Berens in goal, back four of Van der Kust. Siebert, the new lad, is coming in to partner Aniba at centre back. Suarez is on right wing back. We've got Helgeson, the new lad, in midfield with Lindhorst. Conte and Azarkan are the two wingers. We're playing, again, one of the new players, Lasada, as a shadow striker today. And we've got our leading goal scorer, well, he was last season, Grot up front. And we're off and running. Very nearly a full house, 14,622 in. So we're only a few hundred off a full house today. I mean, can we put a good display on for our home fans against Vitesse? We've started really brightly. 6 shots, 2 on target. Vitesse haven't even got off the bus yet. So we're slinging the ball into the box. And Conte gets our first goal. Sir Lord Conte makes the first strike of the season. And that was a very, very nice goal. I think it was Grot who was the provider for that. Azarkan came over, Grot, bit of a howler by their central defender, but the ball falls at Conte's feet and we're 1-0 up. And at the moment, like I say, Vitesse have not even got off the bus yet. We're controlling the game quite nicely. A little bit of a hoof out there by one of our defenders, not quite sure what's going on. And Conte, after having scored a lovely goal, is now down injured. So straight swap on that left wing. Masaba has come on. Had to take Conte off. So I'm working with quite a small squad now. I do have quite a number of players, but when I say a small squad, I'm really talking about it's a small squad quality-wise. Do have a lot of players who are very, very average, and we know how bonkers the Dutch league is with all of these games that you have to play. So strength in depth is a real issue, and Grot's got the ball in the penalty area, and he does what Grot does best. He just puts the ball in the bottom corner. Thank you very much. 2-0. So yeah, I mean, we are still looking for players. I brought some new scouts in. I've changed my chief scout, new director of football. So we are actually out there. I think he's got his eye on a central defender. I mean, it's not exactly my top priority, but having said that, we don't have a lot of really good strength in depth at central defence. So maybe, I think he's coming in for like, I don't know, 80,000 or something. So it's not big money. We send him out for the second half with a pat on the back, playing very, very nicely. 13 shots, 3 on target. Oh, and Siebert has just put the ball in the back of the net. He used all of his height there. And that's my new centre-back coming in at the far post. Lovely free kick there from Azarkan. And Siebert just nips in behind the defender, puts the ball in the back of the net. 3-0. We're off and running in the new season, and this is very, very nice. Very pleasing indeed. Lovely ball forward there as well. Sprayed forward for Azarkan, and Azarkan hits the post. Free kick now. Azarkan, can he bend this in? Ooh. So in the last 5 minutes, we've hit the post twice. We could have been 5-0 up now. That was a lovely free kick from Azarkan. But Azarkan's just floored their player. Fortunately, didn't result in a card of any description. Go made 3 changes. Astra has come on. Resync has come on. Just as to a little bit of extra legs in defence. And Rock has come on in midfield. So I think now I've got a little bit of an understanding of the Dutch league and how it works. And how I need to rotate my players. I mean, that whole playoff thing really caught me napping at the end of last season. I mean, let's hope we don't get in that situation again. We need to qualify for Europe, hopefully outright, as long as there isn't any more weird playoffs. Because, again, I will reiterate, it is an ageing squad, this. And these players, when they're on the game and they're fit and they're fresh, they can play really good football. But, you know, put 4 games in 10 days and we can be struggling a little bit. And that was very, very nice defensive work. Keeper went down, missed it completely, but our defenders got in there and took the ball away. Nicely cleared. And just showing up a little bit of our weakness in defence. I've had to bring Aniba off, very, very tired. So I'm playing, what's he called? Eidigan. So I'm playing Eidigan. He's normally a right fullback, but I'm having to play him at central defence. So not ideal, but it probably does show why the director of football is going out and trying to find us another centre-back. I'd prefer a quality midfield player, but we don't really have quality midfield player money. So I can see what he's trying to do. So second bite of the cherry there for their striker. He was denied a few minutes ago and he put that one over the top of the bar. But Behrens, we seem to be on a little bit of a... I'll have to check my settings here because we seem to be on a little bit of a long ball out from the back. And that's not really the way that we play. Maybe he's just mixing it up a bit. I mean, I do give my players a little bit of freedom. I don't, it's not a very rigid system that I play. And that is a very nice result. First game of the season, 3-0 win. Clean sheet. Very, very nice to see. So the next game, first big test of the season. Only the second game in. Not ideal really. But, we've got to do well this season against teams like Feyenoord. And that's exactly who we're playing next. So we're going to jump on the coach and we're going to go and play Feyenoord. We'll see you in the dugout for that one. Well, welcome to the De Kuip Stadium here in Rotterdam, and a big game against Feyenoord this. So the team for today is Behrens in goal, back four of Van der Kust, Seibert, Tol and Suarez, Helgeson, Lindhorst, the midfield two. We've got Conte and Rock comes in today for his first game of the season, out on the wings. Losada is the shadow striker, and I'm rotating my strikers as well. So Arkader gets his first start of the season today. Hopefully he can do a grot and hit the ground running. So one or two you might be saying, it's a little bit of madness this, going with an advanced playmaker and playing attacking football. But it's kind of the only way I know really. I don't really subscribe to this, right, let's go cautious and let's play defensive. I mean, I've said it many times, but although we have gone 1-0 down, so that's not ideal. The referee's looking at this one and thinking about whether or not it's offside. It's offside, referee. Okay, fine. So the referee's not on our side today. So we do need to pick it up a little bit now. We've just had our first shot of the game after 10 minutes. But, I mean, it's expected, isn't it? Even at this stage, I wouldn't be expecting to come to Feyenoord and win. If we could get a point, that would be amazing. But European spot this season, maybe a conference spot. Don't know whether we're ready for Europa League, but maybe a conference spot. Don't know. It depends really on whether... I think quite a few of my players are out of contract this season, so it will allow me to move a few players on. But as we've seen, bringing players in, it's not that easy. So we're losing 1-0 at home to Feyenoord at half-time. So I'm going to say, you've been terrible so far. Sort yourselves out. I think we might see Grot coming on at striker. Arkader is not having a good game. He's on a 6.4. So a big hoof over the top. Behrens is going to pick that one up and he's going to give that to Tol. Tol's going to swing it over here to Seibert. Out to Van der Kust. This is a little bit nicer in the second half. We're just building from the back. Ball over the top. Arkader nods it down to Conte. It wasn't a bad injury, by the way. He was only out for 1 or 2 days. It looked like a bad injury, but not. And that is a very, very nice goal from Arkader. He must have heard me on the touchline saying I was going to bring him off and bring Grot on. And we've actually got an equaliser. That was very nicely worked. Some nice football in the build-up to that. Very nice, patient, not rushing the game, playing the ball to feet, looking for that opening. and we've got it. So that's 1-1. We don't need to see whether it was offside, because quite obviously it wasn't. A 1-1 would be an absolutely brilliant result. It's been a very even game, to be honest. Very even. XG, Feyenoord are on top, but to be quite honest, XG in a Football Manager, it's a bit broken, isn't it? It doesn't really work. Couple of changes, don't want to disrupt the team too much. Jacobs has come on in midfield. Lindhorst was on a yellow, so we all know my philosophy on yellow cards. It's a recipe for disaster. Grot has come on as he's very fancy wide target forward. Conte, again, looking very tired, and he was injured in the game before, so we'll give him a bit of a rest. My striker now, has gone from playing not well to from not playing that well to scoring a goal. He's now on a 7.3. So Grot, he's come on that left hand side. Let's just see if he can do something for us. In many ways, I do wonder whether playing the bigger teams early on in the season, it's maybe a good time, before they've got head of steam up and started getting winning runs going. Ooh, looks like Feyenoord could be down to 10. They are down to 10. Couple more changes. Aniba has come on at centre-back, and I brought Azarkan on the right wing, and I've pushed both my wingers forward. Azarkan, that's the position where they got a player sent off, so if we can push on that side of the pitch, maybe that might be an opening for us to possibly try and get the winner. We've got 10-15 minutes to try and get the winner. I'm going to give them a little bit of shout of encouragement. But a 1-1 at Feyenoord for our second game of the season would be absolutely brilliant. And that's what we've done. I'll level with you. I thought we were going to get thumped there. But a 1-1 away at Feyenoord, that sets us up very, very nicely. So very, very encouraged by them first two games. Very, very encouraged indeed. So we've come out with 4 points, and one of those games being Feyenoord. Absolutely brilliant. Anyway, the next game now, we're going to play 3 games. You lucky people. We're going to play 3 games today. And the next game is away again, but we're at Zwolle, who've had an absolutely awful start to the season. Even the friendly games that they played, they've not won any of those either. So, shoe in this one? Football never really works like that, does it? I'll see you in the dugout. Okay, a little bit of transfer news before we get stuck into the game. Fofana is not a player that you've seen very much of. Trying to move him out of the door. He has rejected a move, and they said he was considering his options. So I've dropped his price quite drastically, and 2 more teams have come in for him. So we might be getting a little bit of money. It's not a lot, 50,000. We'll save a little bit of money on the wage budget, about 4,500 a week. But to a club like SC Cambuur, it's every penny really counts. Well, it's not pennies, is it? It's not pennies in Holland. Come on. The other one, which is a little bit more concerning, is Chelsea have actually come in with a bid of 125,000 for my goalkeeper, Behrens. Not sure how I feel about that one. He was very interested in speaking to him, said he would be very grumpy if he couldn't. So I thought, right, okay then. He was valued up to 550,000, so like over 500,000. So I bumped it up to 600,000. Chelsea weren't interested at all. But anyway, I kept negotiating, and I've actually ended up getting 500,000 for him. So for a club like us, that's not bad money at all in the bank. Whether he'll go or not, I don't know. It has come up and said that they've applied for a work permit for him. So as long as a work permit comes through, it looks like he will be going. The slight problem with that is the transfer window shuts in 5 days' time, and I have no gig. Well, I have. It's a weird thing here at Cambuur. Yeah, so it's a weird thing here at SC Cambuur. I have got a goalkeeper who it is now saying he's a squad player in his prime years. I did notice that towards the end of last season that he was actually first choice goalkeeper before I came. He's 33. He's actually okay. But obviously, 33, he's getting on a little bit. So I probably am going to be on the lookout in the 4 or 5 days that have left the transfer window for a first choice goalkeeper. I have got Zingerl that I can fall back on, so it's not a disaster, but I will be looking for a goalkeeper. Anyway, a little bit of news for you there, but we're going to jump in the dugout now for this away game at Zwolle. And can we put another 3 points on the board? Well, let's hope we can. Welcome again to the Mach 3 Park Stadion. It's a bit of a mouthful, that one. Anyway, team for today is Behrens in goal, and it could be the last time you see Behrens. We've got Behrens in goal, back four of Van der Kust, Tol, Aniba and Suarez, doing a little bit of rotation in the central defender department. We've got Helgeson and Lindhorst, centre midfield. Conte and Arzakan comes back in today on the wings. Lasado is the shadow striker, and Grot comes back in as a starter today up front. We have actually signed a player as well since I last spoke to you. He's only on loan, left-footed centre-back. He's not amazing, but we do need some backup in that area. So he's on the bench today. You probably will see him at some point. Oh, referee, what's going on here? Oh, I thought it was a penalty. Gave it the other way. Okay, never mind. Well, it's been quite an eventful 5 or 6 minutes. I've been waffling over the top of it, but there's been chances at both ends. So Zwolle building the ball from the back. Little triangle there. Right, we need to get this ball off them. I don't like these passages of play. Well done. Nicely nipped in there, Van der Kust. Conte, ball forward for Grot. Grot can put them away all day long, and of course he does do. I mean, we're so used to seeing Grot in that position, and he does put the ball away really well in those positions. But we nicked the ball back there. They looked like they were building a little bit of smooth play there. A nice little build-up for them, but Van der Kust nipped in, pinched the ball. We fed it through midfield. Very slick counter-attack there. Grohl puts the ball in the back of the net. He's now on a 7.6, and we're winning 1-0 away at Zwolle. We do need to stay switched on, though. You know, games like this, even against a team who would be expecting to beat, we do need to keep switched on. So they're doing the same thing again. They're passing the ball around nicely at the back. Little triangles, finding feet. Can we nip in and nick this ball again? I'm not very happy with this. Just watch that runner. That's okay, that's fine. They look like they could do with a striker or two at this moment in time. The striker's on a 6.6. Hopefully he'll continue to drop and go down to a 6.2 and not put the ball in the back of the net. So we played half an hour. We're well on top in this game. We have actually only had the one shot, which is slightly worrying. Well, shot on target, I should say. We've had 6 shots, but only 1 on target. That was a nice stop by Behrens. I think he's trying to impress Chelsea, isn't he? That the Chelsea scouts must be here today. Although he's very nearly a Chelsea player, so... It's a strange one, though, because you would have thought Chelsea would have been signing a goalkeeper for like 50 million. I mean, he's obviously going to go there and be a backup, I would have thought. But it's a strange deal for a team like Chelsea. You know, mega bucks Chelsea paying £500,000 for a goalkeeper. Very odd. Anyway, Arzakan is coming down this right wing. Plays it to Lasada. Lovely, lovely ball through to Grot. And I mean, what a finish. I mean, Grot in those positions. Does he get any better than that? I don't think it does. 2-0 up. And they're all bowing to him. It was a nice little move again, this. We nicked the ball out of our defence, came forward again, and Grot just slides that ball past the keeper. And Grot, he looks like he's going to be the star striker again this season. We just have to keep him fit. So we've nicked the ball in defence again. Arkazan. Or Azarkan. Keep calling him Arkazan. There's no arc in it. It's Azarkan. Grot with the ball again. And that would have been some goal if that had hit the back of the net. So we're coming up to the 70th minute mark. I mean, Zwolle have actually, they've had the moments in this game. Ooh, we could be looking at another red card here. So for the second time in 2 games, we're playing a team with 10 men. So 3 changes. I've changed my midfield too, so Rock and Jacobs have come on. And we get our first chance to have a look at Santi Prado, Spanish 24-year-old central defender. He's left-footed, which is a little bit of a novelty for us. We don't have too many left-footed players in the team. He's not great at heading. He's only got a 9, but he has got a jumping reach of 17 and he's 6'3". Decision determination, he's got 16.4. So, like I say, he's not the best centre-back in the world. But I think in situations like this where we need somebody to come on and just a little bit of stability and hold the game for us, I think he'll do a job. So we've got nearly 80 minutes on the clock, about 15 minutes of the game to go. Van der Kust puts his foot on the ball like he knows what he's doing. Conte spins with that, and the Grot is in here again. But this time the keeper's wise to him. I think he's got wise to this, putting the ball wide of the goalkeeper. So he was a little bit more ready for that one. Grot maybe needs to change his technique a little bit. Ball over the top, picked out by the new lad. Azarkan is now feeding the ball to Lasada, and he's going to run through and slide that ball into the bottom of the net, and that is a very, very nice finish. I'm well on board with one of my signings sliding the ball into the bottom of the net like that. Well on board with that. That's very pleasing to see. And again, some nice build-up play here. You know, we win the ball in midfield and lovely ball slid forward, and then Lasada just puts the afterburners on and then slides the ball past the goalkeeper on his right-hand side there. Very, very nice finish. So again, clean sheet and 3 goals. So there's seconds left in the game now. Their keeper hoofs it long. Lasada, Azarkan puts the ball forward for Grot. And Grot, is that his hat-trick? I think that's his hat-trick, isn't it? I'm not entirely sure what their centre-backs are doing. I mean, you know, he's a quality goal scorer. And he's already got 2 goals in the game, and they just left him to run through the middle, which I'm not complaining about at all. 4-0 win there, clean sheet again, and again, we're playing a team with 10 men, so that always helps a little bit. Really nice pat on the back. They're playing really, really well at the moment. I can't ask for any more, really. And guess what? We're top of the league. We've only played 3 games, but we're top of the league with 7 points. Ajax, I mean, they'll obviously win their 3rd game. There's quite a lot of teams that have only played the 2 games, so we won't stay top of the league for very long. But if we can stay around that area for the rest of the season, again, I will be chuffed to little mint balls. I mean, you can't ask for better than that, can you, really? And with that, a 3-game episode. Again, you lucky people. 3-game episode and 3 really good games. 3 entertaining games. 2 wins and a draw. The draw being against, I won't say a title rival at this stage of the season, because Feyenoord are obviously a much better team than we are. But we're working towards that. And a draw away at Feyenoord, absolutely brilliant. Anyway, now we've got, I think it's a little international break. We've got a free week, so I've stuck a friendly in there. But we'll be coming back very shortly for another 2 or 3 games. I'll keep you on your toes, whether it's a 2 or a 3-game episode. You'll have to come back and see, won't you? But we're doing very, very well. And I am chuffed to little mint balls. Did I tell you that already? I did. We'll see you next time.